Hello, viewers. Welcome to Football Discussion Daily. I am CTO. Please endeavor to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on social media platforms, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and other platforms which we have. Please endeavor to do that. Thank you very much. Today, we'll be talking about games that will be played on June 14th at the ongoing 2026 FIFA World Cup. We'll be having 4 games that will be played today. The games between Germany will be playing against the Curaçao. That's a Group E clash. And then the second game for June 14th going to be the game between the Netherlands. They will be playing against Asian giant Japan. That is a Group F clash. And then the third game, which is also a Group E clash, is the game between Ivory Coast, the team from Africa. They will be playing against the South American team, Ecuador. And in the fourth game, we'll be having a Group F game. That is the game between Sweden. They will be playing against Tunisia. That will be the last game for June 14. Now, the game between Germany, Curaçao, they are making their debut at the World Cup. So this is their World Cup. They have the first time they will be playing at the World Cup. So the game will be played at the NRG Stadium in Houston, Texas. That's where the game will be taking place. And the center referee for this game is Jalal Jahid from Morocco. Is going to be the one to be in charge of this encounter. Germany and the Curaçao, there's no record showing that they've ever played against each other before. When you look at both styles, both teams, definitely Germany is heavily favored to win this group encounter. So this game is going to be very historical for Curaçao because this is going to be their first match at the FIFA World Cup. So I'm sure a lot of people from Curaçao will be very excited that they will be playing their first game at the World Cup. So this game basically could be termed like a David against Goliath, kind of matchup. So that's what the game is going to really look like in this fixture. So Curaçao is it's a small nation. They are less than 160,000, and then they have a kind of connection with the Dutch. So they'll be playing this game, their first FIFA World Cup, and I'm sure it's going to be something a lot of us will be looking forward to. Curaçao is being coached by a Dutch veteran. They call him Nick Hadwokert. He will be in charge. The 78 years old coach will be the one to lead this team and in this encounter. And then he becomes the oldest head coach in the World Cup history, considering his age. So that is a record that has been set by Nick Advocat going into this World Cup. Now, when you look at Germany, Germany have a more they have more established player, and Germany will most likely use their tactical approach of a 4-2-3-1. So what it means is that we'll likely have Manuel Neuer being the goalkeeper of this team, and then in the defense, you have the four-man defense. We should have Brown, we should have Scholotterbeck, we should have Tau, we should have Kimmich playing in the four-man defense. There are two defensive midfielders. We should have Mecha and Pavlovic. Pavlovic playing in that position, and then three attacking / the wingers. We should have Florian Wirtz, Musiala, Sane, and then their lone striker should be Kai Havertz. For Curaçao, they are most likely going to play a 4-3-3 formation. And one player that is known is Chung. I remember his days when he was playing for Luton Town. That's one player we should watch out for. When he was playing for Luton Town, he had a lot of speed, very skillful player. One thing is most likely Curaçao might want to play kind of low block in this game because I don't know what the result will turn out to be if they if they go out to play toe to toe against the Germans. So that's what I foresee. They might likely play a kind of a low block and try to use the speed of Tahit Chong to do a kind of counter attack against the German high line. That's what will most likely happen in this game. Looking at the pedigree of both sides, one would expect Germany to at least get a comfortable victory in this encounter. That's what I'm looking forward to see in this game. Germany should win this game. That's what I foresee. Now let's move to the game between the Netherlands and Japan. The Netherlands will be playing Japan in this game, and the Japanese, they are one team you must just have to respect. Both sides have played, I think they've met 3 times before now, and on those 3 occasions, the Netherlands still holds an undefeated record against Japan. Japan haven't defeated them before. Netherlands defeated them twice, and then the other game ended in a draw. I think September the 5th, they played a friendly. Netherlands won 3-0. And then June 19 of 2010, both sides played at the group stage of the World Cup in 2010 in South Africa. And it was Netherlands that got victory. And I think the goal scorer for that game was Wesley Sneijder. And then the last time both sides played was in an international friendly game on November 16 of 2013. And the game ended 2 goals apiece. So this game is going to be a very, very tough game because the Japanese, their football has really improved a lot. They have really come of age. The match will be played at the AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. And the referee for this game is going to be Farhat. He's from US. He's going to be the person that's going to be in charge of this game. Looking at both sides, it's going to be very, very tough because you can never underestimate the Japanese. Japanese football has really improved a lot, and they have players that can really cause a very big problem to any team. They are very fast. They move the ball very fast. So they are going to really give the Dutch a very, very tough time in this game. I'm looking forward to see Frankie de Jong and Ryan Gravenberg taking full charge of the midfield, especially when it comes to the double pivot. I'm expecting them to at least hold their own. And then looking at the attacking side of the Dutch, Cody Gakpo and Doyle Malen should be able to hold their own in this game. But it's really going to be a very, very tough, tough game. I don't know how the Japanese will plan to approach this game. Probably if they would like to play low block and take the Dutch when it comes to counter attack. We don't know what strategy they might come up with because we saw the Australians do that against Turkey, play the low block, did a kind of counter, and they were able to get victory. That's something that the Japanese might consider doing. Dutch are most likely going to play tactical formation of 4-2-3-1. So that's what we'll likely see. Their goalkeeper, Verbruggen, in the 4-man defense, we should have Van der Ven, we should have Ake, we should have Van Dijk, we should have Dumfries. And that should be their 4. And then their double pivot, we should have De Jong and Gravenberg. And then the 3 that is those who playing the midfield, attacking midfield and wing. We should have players like Gakpo, Reinders, and then Mylin playing that position, and then the pay should be the one leading the front line. For the Japanese, they are most likely going to play a tactical formation of 3-4-2-1. We should have Suzuki being in goal for them. We should have Ito playing the back four, Timiyasu, Itakura, playing the back three. Those three guys will be playing the back three, and then the those that will be played also in the midfield. In the midfield, we should have Duan, Tanaka, Kamanda, and then Nakamura. And then the two that will be playing, two players that will be playing behind the center forward. We should have Kubo and Jay Ito. And then Uda, who finished as the highest goal scorer in the Dutch Eredivisie, should be the one leading the line for the Japanese. For this game, it's very difficult for one to really predict. The Dutch, somehow they have an edge. One of my concerns with Japan is that somebody like Mitoma won't be in this game. Endo is also absent from this team. So I don't know how they are going to fare with the absence of these two players. So somehow, I think the Dutch might have an edge, but the Japanese, you can write them off. They can spring a surprise. So that is a possibility. But Netherlands, definitely they have an edge in this game, considering the players that might be missing out from the Japanese team. So that is my prediction. Most likely, maybe, let's say, Dutch should come out win, but we shouldn't write off a Japanese surprise because Japan's football has really grown. So that is it for that game. In the next game, Ivory Coast will be playing against Ecuador, the team from South America. And the game will be played at the Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. The referee for that game should be Francois Letexier, a French referee is going to be in charge of that game. Both sides is going to be a very tight game. That's Group E game for Ivory Coast and Ecuador, and it's going to really be an exciting one. Ivory Coast is one team that they have good players. And you talk about the likes of Hamad Diallo. They have young Diomande, who plays for RB Leipzig. These are players that the Ivorians will be looking forward to help them. But when you look at the quality of players that the Ecuador has, when you talk about players like William Pacho, who will be playing in the defense for Ecuador. This guy plays for Paris Saint-Germain. In fact, we have two Ecuadorians who played in the final of the Champions League, William Pacho and Piero and Capia of Arsenal, both played in the Champions League final. And these guys will be playing for Ecuador uh, the against the Ivorians. And then you have the physically fit Moise Caicedo, who most likely will dictate Ecuador's transition and then protect the back four. He's going to also feature in this game. Then we must not forget about the Ivory Coast experienced players like Frank Casey, very good midfielder, and then there are Siko Fofana. These are very good players. It's really going to be a very interesting game. But if you look at the quality of both sides, there's no much gap in terms of supremacy. But it's going to be a very tight game. I think I will give Ecuador the edge, but I won't rule out an Ivory Coast surprise in this game. But it's going to be a very tough game. It's either going to end in a slight win for Ecuador or it will end in a draw. But Ivory Coast has what it takes to also bring a surprise in this game. And then for the last game, which is between Sweden and Tunisia, uh, uh, both sides have met before, with Sweden winning twice and Tunisia winning once also, and then they also had a draw. Out of four, Sweden has won twice, Tunisia won once, and then they played a draw. February 28th of 1976, friendly game, they both played the 1-1 draw. April 22, 1992, Sweden defeated Tunisia. February 10th of 1999, Sweden defeated Tunisia again by a 1-0 victory. And then February 12th of 2003, Tunisia defeated Sweden in that friendly game. So they've only met in friendlies. They've never played at the World Cup before. This is going to be the first time both sides will be playing at the World Cup. So, and this game will be played in Estadio BBVA in Mexico. That's where the game will be played. And the referee for this game is Yel Falcon from Argentina. Is going to be the one that will be officiating this match. We'll be looking forward to see players like Vitor Gyökeres of Arsenal. Be looking forward to see Alexandra Isak of Liverpool put leading the line for the Swedish team in this encounter. That's what we're looking forward to. If you look at both sides, I think the Swedish have more threat when it comes to attack compared to the Tunisian side. For this game, I'm thinking we might have the Swedish getting a slight win against the Tunisia in this encounter. Tunisia has not really impressed me much when you look at their World Cup history. Not really been that team that has really done something very spectacular. I'll be surprised if they're able to come out with a win in this game. The best they could get in this game, based on my own assessment, would be a draw. I'm seeing a slight win for the Swedish against Tunisia, because if you look at even the 4 times they've met, it has always been very close. The wins that the Swedish got, it was a slight win, and even the one Tunisia got against Sweden was also slight, and then they also got a draw. So Sweden, I'm predicting to win this game. That's my own prediction for this. Please, you can also give us your own prediction. Let us know what you think. Who do you think is going to win in all these games? I've mentioned Germany playing against Curaçao, Netherlands playing against Japan, Ivory Coast playing against Ecuador, and then Sweden playing against Tunisia. Thank you very much for listening, and have a wonderful time. Bye for now.